Hello everyone, and welcome to the Voidcast. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons, and more importantly, have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 4th live episode of the Precipice of Dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. So, just to show that I actually watch the other shows as well, I'm gonna ask you a question now. How is everyone doing?
Oh, that was so cool, huh?
I'm a bit confused. Usually we go to the Voidcast intro theme song, so I was expecting one instead of going live.
Intro. Oh my god! Yeah, we'll do that in a second. That's okay.
I know now that you watch my show at the very least, because I also forgot the intro there.
Yeah, that's true.
We're copying.
Good reference. Yeah,
but I was actually asking how you were all doing. So.
Yeah, I know.
How is everyone doing?
I am fine. Thank you for asking. So glad to have you ask that of us. Really excited to be part of the show again, and I'm not at all depressed. So that's a good thing, I think.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest we skip the actual intro and we'll just do the.
But how are you doing? Doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm really excited to be here as well. It's been looking forward to this for 2 weeks now. So glad it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Let's skip the other intro. That's fine. Michel, you wanna say something about our social media?
Yes. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitch and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see all our content there after the live stream stops. We put our VODs up on YouTube about 2 or 3 days later. We also have an Instagram account, which is almost reached 300 followers. So please, if you haven't already, click that follow button. On our Instagram, we put up all our artwork, some of the maps that we made or Eric made, and together with Roger, and our behind-the-scenes pictures. Follow us on Facebook for all the latest news and events to know exactly when we're streaming live. And that's it. Subscribe, follow, like, interact with us, leave comments. We love talking to you guys, so do that.
Okay, thanks. You actually left one thing out. I've set up a Discord server for everything related to the Voidcast. You can find the link in the thingy below. You just click it and you can join the server.
It's called the Abyss.
What?
Let's call it the Abyss.
Abyss. No, it's called Voidcast.
The
Abyss. Oh, it's in the Abyss. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I get it now. Thanks. But we'll post maps there as well. I will use it to show handouts to the players, but you can watch along. Feel free to come there and talk to us, and check it all out. Jasper, you have another show running, which is my favorite show.
Yes, I know.
At this moment.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Talking Void. We had our 3rd episode as well. 4th episode will be incoming next Tuesday. We have this obscure guest coming in. He's named Roger Bindels. You might know him or not. I don't know. Well, he is our DM, so you might know him. And I'm very excited to talk with him about everything that's happened and his view on everything. So be looking out for that one, because just before the show, Michel pointed out that he asked us, "Did you see what we did on parallel projections? What I did in the edit?" Spoiler for everyone: we now have post-outro footage, so keep watching till the very end of everything we make now, because we are after credits. Yes, production. So we are now equal to a Marvel studio, I think. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit out of it.
I just
talking
assumed
point
that-
next Tuesday.
Yeah, ask your questions in chat, on Discord, in the Abyss, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Doesn't matter.
Send it to voidcastlive@gmail.com. We'll be answering your questions. We have some left that we can still answer, but we can always use more. And last episode, chat was really doing its part as well, so we really like that as well. But some things we would like to prepare before we air. So that's it. Everything about Talking Void. Next Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
No, not next Tuesday, because that's tomorrow. It's the Tuesday.
Oh,
after that.
yeah.
Next.
Sorry.
You mentioned parallel projections. Michel, do you want to elaborate?
Yes, so Parallel Projections is our new show with me and Jasper, where I play through Planescape Torment. We do that on the Mondays that we're not streaming the Precipice of Dreams. We had the first episode last week, which was a grandiose success without any problems whatsoever. But we had a great time doing it. The VOD is up on YouTube, so be sure to watch that. Unfortunately, I think that the next two episodes... I won't be there because of the summer holidays and everything, but that will give me some time to think about how to, I don't want to say improve because there's almost nothing to improve. It was already so perfect, but you get what I mean. There's a theme song that I need to write. There's I want to adjust some things in the layout. So check it out on YouTube and hopefully live soon.
And watch the post-credit scene.
Watch post-credit scenes.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yeah, then before we do the recap, we're gonna go into the Aedon trailer, the world explanation. And here it goes. Once I push this button.
Aedon. Over 200 years ago, the world trembled in the wake of the last god. When the gods disappeared, they took all divine magic with them, and the world fell into chaos. 6 years after the godfall, a new god arose. Aedon, god of the world. But the damage had been done. Even now, the world remains wounded. More and more land masses have become corrupted, leaving them uninhabitable and dangerous. Now, 5 unlikely adventurers gather, and the world will be changed forever as they journey beyond the Precipice of Dreams.
And we're back. Now, to start things off, Jasper is gonna tell us what happened last time on the Precipice of Dreams.
Well, last time on the Precipice of Dreams, a lot happened, which meant we were at the side of the road, just doing our thing, preparing our lunch, I think, and it would have been a great lunch if I had had more time to cook it. But while I was cooking, which is the important thing you have to take away from this recap, I was cooking. Thomas spotted something in the bushes, and soon enough we found out that while I was cooking, Brother David was there spying on us. So in some manner we tried to confront him, and that went pretty badly. But before I explain that, there was another time when I was cooking, and that was in Cabri. But before I was cooking in Cabri, there were all these other things happening, like we were being attacked in the night because they wanted to steal something out of Gunther Gottlieb's his backpack, but Thomas jumped right into the fray. And at the same time, and this connects to the thing about David, Solwing was being attacked in the church, or at least in the sleeping quarters somewhere near the church or something in the same building, by this brother David that was now spying on us. And he certainly was possessed in some kind of way. And this time he seemed to be as mad as he was before. But Thomas wouldn't have it and shot him straight through the throat, and he died. So that's it about... Oh no, that was not it. Then he changed into some fleshy monstrosity. We were all paralyzed by fear. I couldn't see meat for another day because I identified it with what was in my cooking pot. So suddenly there was this monster and I lost all taste for flesh. But we got caught by the monster. We nearly died. But luckily, Sir Gunther Goodrib threw a stone, I think, and killed the creature. No, that's not true. It was the eldritch might of our dear Oddleaf. And after it died, it turned into this fleshy mass, which corrupted the land around it. And we suddenly realized we were in some deep, deep pockets because the land started to turn. And we started to burn everything around the spot where that happened, and then we had quite a long dialogue of what we should be doing about this problem. And so, of course, we sent Solwing back to Cabri because he can fly with Kiss underneath his coat, and at the same time we kept clearing up the mess that was made. So that's my way of telling you what happened. I'm certainly certain some things were left out. But the most important thing is that I was cooking, and it was great.
All right.
Agreed. Wow. That sort of covers it.
Yeah, sort of.
I love the way we all have our own style of recapping.
Yeah. It's nice. I like the POV perspectives.
I'm going to
anyway,
to edit it together sometimes.
So the situation right now is that you guys are standing near some charred ground, which has been burned to a crisp. And Solwing is flying hastily towards Cabri, which takes quite a while actually, because you assume because he flies that he's very fast, but even a horse over the land is faster than his flight. So the people who stay behind, what are you gonna do?
Well, I think that most of us, as Brother Bowen already said, he was cooking meat, meaning that he was burning using some magic to burn the corrupted grass and the fleshy bits away. I did some soul searching, and after I did that, I stood up and sang a song to help Bowen out, because I saw that he was struggling with some things. So yeah, I guess that overlaps a bit with the time that Solwing left.
It's less important than my cooking, but sure.
Yeah, Thomas and Gunther are still burning away everything around the field that the creature was killed. So I think that will take a while, and they are very thorough with it.
Well, even though it takes a while, you'll be done way before Solwing has any chance of being back. So what do you do in the meantime?
Maybe
so did we say that we were going to wait here for Solwing to return?
Yes,
right? Yeah. So in that case, I sort of look for a place to set up a camp, but on the other side of the road, I think as far away.
Well, you're a bit off the road where it happened. So if you go back to the road, then you're still pretty far away.
Yeah.
We might want to keep a close eye on the spot that we burned the creature. So if we set up camp right here and we have to stay up to do the watches, I think we might don't want to leave this area, just in case somebody else comes here by accident and picks up stuff that they shouldn't pick up.
Well,
Yeah, I think
there's
so
still
too.
some travel along the road, not that much, because like I said last time, you can go from Capri to Brester in less than a day. So most people leave early in the morning, and so they reach Brester before the evening. And it's a little bit in the afternoon now, I guess. So there's the most of the traffic that you see is coming from Brester and goes to Capri.
So I think I will just be putting up a new camp, and I will start cooking another meal, breaking up my rations and trying to spice it up a bit with with some herbs, but and adding some water and everything to make it less salty, because it's always so salty.
I think at the moment I see you start to set up your cooking spot, I almost visibly turn green of nausea. I have no appetite.
I'm pretty quiet while I'm doing it, and at certain points I just close my eyes and look out of Kiss's eyes as he's flying with Solwing, just to see where he is now, and try to feel the wind through my feathers in a way. But I think I'm not going to have another dialogue for the moment, because there is a lot to process. So I just want to make a hearty meal for everyone, take a bit of a rest, and just calm myself down.
At the end of last session, you were all kind of down, so I can imagine that you don't want to talk to each other, and that's fine.
No, let's just say then that after we set up camp in quiet, like I don't speak either, just set up a sort of a camp and then sit down, and I take some paper and I start scribbling down some stuff on the piece of paper, and that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, so I've heard from you two, but Gunther and Thomas?
Yeah, Gunther and Thomas are talking amongst each other and sort of hushed tones, nothing secret, but they don't want to disturb the rest. They are trying to figure out what this monstrosity was. Can't figure it out, so they're talking among each other, and they see that the rest is having a hard time about it, so they leave them alone for now.
Okay.
And as soon as the cooking is finished, they will join them at the campfire, and they will sit there in quiet, contemplating the day they had.
Okay, Bowen is rolling a check to see how great his cooking is.
It's a 10. So it's about average.
It's
It's hardy, but there's not much of
Okay, then let's turn to Solwing, because that's where some of the action is. It takes you until late in the afternoon to reach Capri. Do you land in front of the gates, or do you land just right in the middle of the city? In the bazaar?
I think, if I remember correctly, we were told about that the Templars have their own building. It's not the church, but it's similar, right?
No, Templars stay in the church.
Oh, they stay in the church as well.
Yeah, they have their own section within the church, but it's not that large here because the Templar presence isn't that great. But they have their own.
No, I will definitely just fly to the temple, because if they don't want people to come from the sky, they should build gates in the sky, right? Yeah. So I'm just flying straight to the temple.
Okay. You land there, and first thing you notice, what you immediately notice, is that there's some increased guards around the temple, like city guards.
The normal city guards.
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't land behind them, but I will land in front of them so that it doesn't seem as if I'm invading or something.
Sure.
And then when I land, I immediately walk up to the first of the guards and I said, I need to speak to the Templars.
Templars, you say? Wait, aren't you that bird person everyone's talking about?
My name is Solwing.
Solwing, okay, you're the one. Okay, Templars are inside. We're standing here.
Thank you. And then I enter the temple.
Yeah, so you enter the church for the third time, even though you're not an acolyte. The church, there's no mass going on or anything. There seem to be a lot of guards inside as well, but they're not actively standing guard, but just talking to some priests or clergy. But you're immediately noticed, and the person that notices you, you also remember from that night. It's the priest that cast the Zone of Truth. And he angrily comes stomping towards you.
Okay, I try to make sure that I reach one of these temple guards before the priest can reach me, and then immediately ask the guy, which way to the Templars' quarters?
Well, as the guard wants to respond somewhere along the lines of, I don't know, the guy reaches you and he says, he grabs you by your arm and says, "What are you doing here? You're not welcome here anymore." Go.
I look at this hand on my arm, and then I look him in the eyes and I show that I'm not amused.
Make a charisma check. Persuasion. Or deception.
Intimidation.
Yeah, it doesn't
Might
exist.
not.
It's one of those two.
It's a natural...
Intimidation does exist.
Yeah,
Intimidation? Is intimidation?
yeah, it's a charisma
Oh
check.
my god.
And
That's what you
some
get
will
for
house
running
rule-
two different campaigns.
and some will house rule that you can use strength.
Oh, intimidation.
as well.
Yeah, then it's intimidation. Yeah.
We just started.
So 11 total.
11 total. Well, he doesn't seem that impressed.
that's
But he still
still-
lets go of your arm, but he keeps looking angrily at you, and then he says, "You're not welcome here. Go away."
I tell him, I have no business with you. I am here for the Templars.
The Templars. Church business is my business. Go away.
David trying to kill me a second time is my business, and I want to talk to the Templars about it and not to you.
He, when you mentioned Brother David, he looks startled and he glances at the guards, and then he takes hold of your arm again, but he pulls you aside this time, not in a threatening manner.
Okay, then I let it happen.
Okay, and he says, "What are you talking about, Brother David? Did he come after you?"
Yeah, he escaped the city and he came after us.
Okay, where is he now?
I would really, really like to talk to one of the Templars, and you're welcome to join me if you want to hear the story. But they've.
Well, before you can finish that sentence, you're behind you in an authoritative voice. You hear, "What's going on there?" And you recognize the voice as as belonging to Celia Bryn, the Knight Captain of the Templar. And she comes up to you and the priest that's holding you still. And
yeah, if she comes my way, I said, "Excellent. I wanted to talk to you, my lady."
Solwing, what are you doing back?
I'm here to report about Brother David.
All right, report.
He followed us, but there are some things that I think I should not mention in a room full of people. And I've asked them. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry, but I asked our priest here to join us in the conversation because he seems to be very curious as well.
Fun fact: you never asked him his name, but okay. And he never gave it. All right, Celia says, and she gestures, "Follow me."
And then
the priest wants to follow, but she turns to him and says, "Father Glorin, I'll take it from here." And you follow her to a more private room, somewhere deeper in the church. It looks kind of like an office, actually. And she offers you a seat.
I take a seat.
Yeah, and she moves to the other side of the desk, and she sits down as well. And,
thank you.
So, tell me.
Well, we were almost halfway to Brester, and then Thomas, the squire of Sir Gunther, noticed that we were being followed, and it turned out to be Brother David. But what happened after we found him out was something I can still can't get my head around. And as a group, we decided that it was very urgent to report this to you because he was still maddened, as he was in the church. But after he attacked us and one of my comrades gave him a killing blow, he suddenly ceased to exist and turned into this monster. His flesh started peeling off, and he started growing tentacles. And I don't remember much of what happened because I was immediately paralyzed by the creature and really thought that I was going to be eaten or killed. But my comrades were able to kill it, I think.
Can you describe it in a little bit more detail, the monster itself?
I'd rather not, but it had mouths all over it, and it was made out of flesh, and it paralyzed us, and it corrupted the place around him. It was very big, like huge size.
Okay, I think I know enough. You need to show me where this happened.
Yes, I want. That's why I came, because we wanted to. We were actually hoping that you could protect that area, because it seemed like a wound was started where the creature was killed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what might happen still. I need to gather some things. I'll meet you near the gate, the east gate, if you want to go there. I don't want you causing any more trouble inside the church now. But I'll meet you there in half an hour.
Are we going to take others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we're taking horses as well, so that...
But are my travel companions safe? Because they are still keeping guard at that place. And if they are not, or if there's anything they should do, then I would like to haste back to tell them.
Well, sorry. Jasper?
Okay, so can I interrupt and say that because I was checking into Kiss a lot, at the moment where he gets into the church, I will be listening in.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So you hear everything that's going on. Your companions shouldn't be in immediate danger as long as they don't threat on the area a lot. Did you do anything with the area itself?
Well, we tried to burn it, and we tried to burn everything around it so that it cannot spread as fast because there's no life around.
That's a
it.
good start, but it won't be enough. I'll meet you in half an hour at the east gate.
Okay. Then I immediately leave the church and go to the east gate. Maybe fly to the east gate because it's easier. And then when I arrive, I have half an hour, so I'm going to take my little goodie bag of the last portion of Bowen's food and just spoil myself a little bit.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you wait for half an hour at the east gate. You draw some strange looks from people that are moving in and about. The east gate is a lot more crowded than the west. It's less crowded than the west gate because people are. Yeah, this is where most of the houses are in Capri, and people are generally inside. While at the west gate, people are staying in those stands, and there's a lot of bustling about. In any case, you wait for half an hour before she shows up with 2 other people. One is the dwarf she was with in the inn, and the other is that priest, which doesn't like you. To reiterate on their names, the dwarf's called Cormar, and the priest is called Father Glorin. They only have 3 horses, but Celia offers you to ride with her.
I decline and I say, if it's okay with you, I'd rather fly.
All right, but we're not gonna wait on you if you fall behind.
Okay, then I will put some speed into it.
So I tell everyone at our camp about what I have heard, and also tell them that they are coming.
I am worried and I'm happy that they are coming. And of what you told me, she seems like she really wants to stop the wound as well, which is a good thing. I still worry, though, that this might have consequences for us being here. I don't know. Have you ever heard about? It seems like she's seen this happen before. She has seen these monsters or the start of a wound before. Have you ever heard of somebody witnessing that thing? Have you
No,
ever?
of course not.
Did you ever hear somebody tell a story like this?
Anyone
Well,
want
have
to
I?
roll? Make a check.
Yes, I want to roll.
Yeah.
Some.
Well, I mean, if I'm allowed to make a check, I will.
Yeah, sure.
History,
History,
guessing?
religion, arcana. It's all fine.
Okay, I'll just take the highest one then.
That's smart.
I'm what they call a smart player. So I'll take deception then.
Deception. Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
Well, you can pick whichever one you like, but the answer you'll get will always be from the point of view of the skill you make.
Yeah, I know. I understand. So I will be taking history.
I have a history result of 15, which is a 10 plus 5.
You already did history? Sorry, then I will, if that's okay, I will change it to Arcana. If that's okay.
Sure.
With the DM.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought you were doing religion. That's why I chose history. But if you
Okay. No.
my Arcana check is 20.
Oh, and 15 you said? Okay,
Yep.
so let's do the history first. Well, it's not unheard of that stuff that comes from wounds is corrupted and mutated. And even though the things people have seen within wounds are not publicly written about. It might be something that could crawl from a wound, and it's why they have set up these defensive perimeters around wounds as this, just to stop things from coming out.
But I think the check was mainly because we wanted to know if we had heard about people.
This specific. No, you've never heard about that, but the creature itself matches stuff that can come from wounds.
Oh, okay, like that, yeah.
And in regards to Arcana, it's it's actually a bit weirder because from what is written about stuff that happens within wounds is that it corrupts all living things within it, and it can corrupt well beyond humanoid form or form of any creature and result in something like this. But the strange thing is that it almost always, no, not almost, it always happens within a wound, and this happened outside of a wound.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
But I think that one of the questions that I also had was the creation of a wound specifically, if that was ever witnessed or.
No, not as far as you can recollect.
No. Okay, so
no.
So then my previous statement still stands. I worry about the fact that we have never heard any stories of anyone seeing the start of a wound, and this Knight Templar acting, as from what you've told me, quite casually to it, which leads me to believe that they might deal in a certain way with people that have seen this thing, is my worry.
If I said, I didn't say she said it quite casually. It might have been my interpretation of what she said, because I'm quite a casual fellow. But I think that that we don't have to worry about her intentions in this. And even if she has seen something like this before, we now have the knowledge that someone who believes in Aedon is coming to put a lid on this thing in the most positive way, because, as you know, those who follow Aedon try to preserve life in the most dedicated way possible.
Well, that is why I said that I am both happy and worried. I mean, happy is not the right term, but glad that she's coming to put a stop to it.
Relieved.
To this. Supposedly, ostensibly, she's coming here to help put a stop to this wound. My worry is that she might also put a stop to us in some.
In what way? Well,
I don't know.
Does Sir Gunther have any? Does Sir Gunther have any experience with the Templars? Doing dirty business, like killing people to preserve the faith or something like that.
There are rumors, but that's probably unfounded.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, there's also rumors about knights doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's politics. I know about politics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. but I mean, Sir Gunther is a knight of the crown, and disposing of someone like Gunther, that would be a real hassle.
Mm-hmm.
That if you're talking politics, it's nearly impossible for them to get away with that.
Thomas, on the other hand, as soon as Atleaf starts to talk about them putting us, them quieting us, Thomas gets a bit on his guard, and he says, "Well, we might want to be prepared for anything, then, right?"
Yes.
How are you all on health? Is everyone feeling healthy, or?
So in the time that we've been, so first to answer your question, I feel healthy. I wasn't wounded at all in the previous fight. Did we take a short rest in somewhere in the hours? I assume. Like I actually said that I sat down at one point, but
we've house ruled that a short rest actually takes 10 minutes. So, but sitting down, eating some stuff that Bowen cooked, whether it's flesh or not, that counts as short rest.
I definitely did not eat. No, if we had a short rest, I feel absolutely super fine.
Because you use hit die? Or
no, because I was full hit points, but I get...
I use one hit die.
Okay. Wanna roll for that?
Yeah, roll a 3, add 1, which is a 4, add it to 8, makes 12, which makes me have 1 hit point less than 13, which is my max.
Nice. Thomas, Gunther?
Yeah, Gunther wasn't wounded in the fight, but I also want to try to use my hit die with Thomas, because he got a hit on the last session. So that's 5 plus 2, that's 7. And I'll just use up my other hit die just in case. D10. It's another 5 plus 2, that's 7, so I'm at full hit points.
Nice.
Can I also? Because I had half an hour break.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to wait outside of the gate for half an hour. Yeah, sure, that's your risk.
Cool. Op maximum. Well, not maximum, but 6 hit points. I needed 5, so good.
Nice. All right.
Gunther and Thomas are starting to scout the area a bit and see where they might be at the. It might have the biggest advantage when a fight breaks out.
Yeah, that would be somewhere away from the road. At least, yeah, if you want defensive positions, then a little bit south of the road would be your best spot.
Okay, so we might want to wait on them by the side of the road, right?
Yeah, that seems most prudent. I mean, that's...
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, they can't see us.
Exactly.
So we should welcome them with open arms. They are of the church. So
Brother
what can go
Bowen,
wrong?
if you could remind me, please, how many soldiers were coming, or Templars? How many Templars?
I think there were 2 Templars and 1 priest coming.
Okay.
And our dear Solwing, of course. So.
Of course.
As soon as Bowen starts saying, "Well, we should welcome them with open arms," Thomas whispers to Sir Gunther, "Well, there is our bait."
I'm not hearing that, so.
No, he's doing it very quietly.
In any case, Celia is true to her word, and she doesn't wait at you at all. She puts the horses in.
But I think I just I looked up some rules just now, and I think I matched their speed.
Yeah, you do. Okay. You matched your normal speed.
Yeah, but I can also increase, right?
Yeah, that's true. What's your flying speed then? Out of curiosity. 60.
Yeah, as we talked about.
It is. I believe you.
Yeah, monk speed.
Something with classes. And,
it's monk speed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Then you keep up with them. But still, she's true to her word, and she just goes. You really feel the urgency within that party. And you make good time, better time even than you had going back here. Not much happens in the meanwhile, unless you guys make something happen.
No,
I'm just getting really excited about them coming. So. Okay.
We move towards the road and stay out of the light of the campfire. I try to convince Bowen that we are welcoming them on the road.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a while. It's well into the evening when Solwing and the party of 3 shows up.
I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted to look for if I see a path or a way which would be the fastest way and out of there. If I see something where I can go if I need to run, I can jump down that cliff and then they will probably have
no
some
cliffs.
difficulty.
It's you're in the wetlands now, and running across the tall grass wouldn't be the smartest idea because there might be small pools of water which will cause you to fall, which actually happened to David. And so your fastest path would still be to go along the road.
Some spots where I think if I can go there, I can hide behind some trees or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some trees and maybe even some small rock formations littered about, but it's not that defensible.
Okay, it's relatively flat then.
Yes.
The horses that they are on, are they war horses or are they barded horses or?
Celia and her partner are on war horses, and the other one is just on a normal horse.
So
they're barded. Their horses are actually wearing armor.
Okay, so that slows them down a bit, right?
Sure. I think they have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Why is everyone getting into free mode? Well,
yeah. Anyway,
welcome them with open arms.
They pull up.
Gunther keeps his horse at the standby, so when shit hits the fan, he wants to be mobile.
Wow.
As I have my eyes closed, when they start approaching us and can see us, I say, "Hey, look, I can see me."
I can see it myself from here. They pull up, and do you greet them on the road?
Bowen? Yes, I'll be there with behind Bowen as well.
Yeah, we're all behind Bowen.
There's a lot of space behind me. That's true.
They pull up. They get off their horses and they approach you. And Stelia speaks first and says, "Hello again, Brother Goodhart, was it?"
Yes, very nice to meet you again, and welcome in these strange circumstances. May Aedon guide you.
And you, brother.
I make a polite courtesy and introduce myself. Good evening, night. Good evening, Knight Captain Bryn. I've heard about you from my friends. My name is Oldleaf Ravenwing. Here to help out in any way that I can.
Yes, I also heard about you from my friends. But pleasure to meet you.
Do tell, what have you heard?
That you were traveling on this company. I did some research about your fellowship.
Interesting.
Sir Gunther gives Sir Gunther gives a courtesy bow and he says, "Templar."
Knight.
Is she? Do I feel like she's giving me some flack for some kind? Am I?
No. She's no.
Okay. I already wanted to roll an insight check because I had the feeling that you were being.
Oh no. She seems sincere in what she says. Anyway, this is Knight Templar Cormar, and I've brought with me Father Glorin of the Church of Aedon in Cabri. Can you show us to the affected area?
Well, of course. Just follow us. And Bowen turns his back and starts walking.
I will use the light cantrip to create some light while we are walking in the darkness.
Yeah.
Thomas is not in sight, by the way. He's not hiding, but he's trying to blend away in the background
Okay.
a bit.
Okay, I'm going to make a perception check. And
If you really want to hide, you must make a stealth check.
but I'm not hiding.
No.
I'm trying to
But
find.
Thomas
I'm not
is-
hiding very. I'm not hiding very good because I rolled a 1, so that's an 8.
Okay. You see, almost all three of them at some point look at Thomas, but disregard him quickly.
He's standing there with a twig.
Okay, I have a perception
can't see me.
result of 20.
20.
Do I smell that Bowen cooked a new meal?
You just smell
Let's
the
just say
campfire.
you smell a lot of burnt flesh.
Yeah.
But no food.
No.
Smells like barbecue.
Then I'll
That's
just
been a
follow.
while already. Well, you lead her to the area where you fought manifestation, and she keeps clear of its borders, and she nods at Father Glorin, who in response starts to cast some spells. And he seems to be, it seems like some sort of detection spell maybe. And he seems to scan the area around him, or the area where you burned the flesh. And at some point he goes back to Celia and he says, it's not looking good. We'll have to cleanse it. And you see, for the first time, you see Celia, a bit. She usually composes herself like this proud woman, but she sags in a bit and lets her shoulders hang, and gives a long, drawn-out sigh. All right, I'll do it. Cormar, hold my hammer. And she gives her hammer to Cormar, and she gathers herself, and then she sets a first step into the burned area, and she feels, she seems very uncomfortable doing that, even though some of you might even have walked across the charred ground. For some reason, it seems to affect her a lot when she steps into it. And she takes a few more steps and goes to the center of the area. And then she stands there. You see her sigh again, and trying to regain her composure. And then she puts her head down, and she starts praying. Most merciful Aedon, glorious light of my life, I ask you now in my time of need, please guide my soul as I consecrate this area where the sinful have tread. I request it of you with a pure heart, O eternal watcher. Grace me with your hallowed favor. And then you see her hold up her hands and quickly thrust them both into the ground. And from her hands you see this white, yellow light spring forth, and you see these small vein-like fissures starting to form throughout the whole area. And from these fissures, you see that light coming from her hands coursing through them and rising into the air. And it all suddenly ends with a large flash of bright white light, which then ebbs down, and you see her sitting there, and you see her actually fall further down onto her knees, and is resting on her hands and breathing heavily. The dwarf, Cormar, rushes up to her side and supports her. And Father Glorin also paces quickly towards her and starts casting a spell. Owen?
I do the same. I see what she did, and I'm quite in awe, and I run towards her as well and start to. I'm not touching her. I'm just very, very near her. I start doing some prayers, calling to Aedon for mental aid.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the Father Glorin casts some divine aid and blesses her and cures her spirit. And at some point, she seems to regain some of her breath, and she actually stands up. And she slowly walks back towards you guys, and the other two follow. And a bit below her breath, she said, "That should do it."
That should do what?
That was amazing.
That was incredible.
Well, this is the first time I've seen a priest do anything useful today, so...
Glorin scowls at you for that remark.
Did you really just do that?
This area should be cleansed now. There isn't any danger of... shouldn't be any danger of it spreading.
So
At what cost to you?
Spirit.
But you Templars have the power to erase wounds?
No, if we had that, then the problem would have ended years ago. But we can keep the corruption contained, and we can cleanse small bits.
Can you teach me? I believe in Aedon. I'm a brother in his faith. Is this something that we can do?
Well, keep faithful, and through your faith, you might be able to channel more of Aedon's divine power. I cannot take credit for this wondrous act. It's all Aedon.
Thomas walks over to Atleaf, and he whispers to Atleaf, "Do you have any means to detect if she might have absorbed any of the evil essence from the ground?"
I think hard. I close my eyes and think real hard if there is anything that from what I've seen and from what I've known, that might give an answer to this question.
In the meantime,
I think that constitutes another Arcana check.
All right. 18.
18. Oh, that's not bad. Well, from what you know about magic, is that everything has to go somewhere. Nothing is ever really obliterated.
Yeah.
In the meantime, when they are whispering, I Celia's last words were, "It was Aedon, not me," right? So I tell her, "Then why are you tired?" I think it was you who just did this.
Channeling this divine power through your body takes a lot. We mere mortal vessels are not meant to hold that much power. And having it channeled through you is exhilarating, but also exhausting.
But then why would you want that?
Because it's necessary. it's my duty.
This is getting me confused.
We from the Church of Aedon believe that courage is one of the main things you should always abide to. So if it takes some sacrifice to get a result that benefits the world in general, you should always do that.
Yeah, all three of
That's
them.
why we cure
all three of them not in agreement.
Yeah, that's why we cure the ill with But while we are curing the ill, we are ourselves exposed to the illness that comes with the ill. There's always this danger of getting infected yourself.
I've heard the stories of what transpired during the Dark Delirium, and all the brothers and sisters who burned the bodies and took care of the sick in peril, like ever in danger of getting infected themselves.
We cured so many at our cloister, and at the same time, so many of us died. More than half of us died in that time. But less than 20% of those who came in died.
Exactly.
That's sacrifice.
The dwarf says, and this is a wound upon the world, a wound upon Aedon itself. Can you imagine how many would die if the world dies? So this sacrifice is necessary.
But
it's for the good of all.
But why does Aedon drain you to fight these wounds instead of actually... I mean, if he has the power to...
Because he needs a conduit. A powerful conduit, like Celia here.
Yeah, I really want to thank you, and I give a little nod and a bow to her, because I think that you really put yourself and your spirit in jeopardy to aid others. This is a great accomplishment.
It is also why Aedon is more potent than the sun you believe in.
I think that the sun would never ask of a sacrifice, but would just give.
No, because it doesn't cure these wounds, does it?
No, the sun's not here. What are you talking about? The sun is up there. Or down there, I don't know. But the world, we are on this world. We belong to this world. We don't belong to the sun.
So I have another... This theology discussion, to leave this discussion behind, I was just curious, does this happen often? People bursting into pools of flesh and creating a new wound?
No, of course not.
Well, of course not, but you seem to know how to handle it.
You can roll an insight check for that remark if you want to.
Yes, I would. That's 13.
13.
No, wait, is it... yeah, 13.
Seems to be speaking the truth. So.
Truth.
Yeah.
We all have some speech lag this evening.
Yeah, that's might be the heat.
Yeah, of course.
It's the heat.
Yeah. Your face is all red and stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
That's the real reason. My face is not red from the heat.
No.
Never mind.
Celia says, I really need to sit down for a moment. If you will excuse me.
You're welcome to join us at the camp, Gunther says.
That would be great, thanks.
If you have some food, I can prepare it with you in a more make it more spicy, make it more friendly to the taste buds, so to say.
That's okay, thank you. I'm not feeling up to eating at the moment. I could eat, Dwarf says.
Well, there's a man to my standards.
Well,
Well,
all I have are
cooking again.
these simple rations, like salted meats.
Yeah, come over. Just give them to me.
Okay. He hands over the meats. Father Glorint also seems to relax a little bit in your company. He still glances angrily at Solwing at some points, but he seems to be okay with the rest of you.
So when everybody's moving sort of to camp, I lag behind a bit and hope that Thomas does the same, and then tell him that what I know from using arcane magic and from other similar, I don't know how it is for divine magic because I don't know a lot about that, but what I know from magic and related things like alchemy or whatever is that nothing truly goes away. Like you need to, so it might very well be possible that she absorbed it into herself, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing. She might have some healing or protection or other defined way of then containing that or push that back to some other place, to some other plane or whatever. But so yeah, that's my answer to your question.
Yeah, we might want to keep a closer look on her just to see if there are no changes. The guy today really freaked me out. So the incident today.
Me too, and I'm still not at ease. And although the performance they gave us was very impressive, we should keep an eye out. Yeah,
sure. Gunther,
I still think it's weird that we've never heard of these wounds starting.
It happened kind of a while ago. Most of the wounds that are in Estes right now, but there are 2 wounds in Estes. They were formed, like a century ago, maybe 2?
Yeah, for me, it's really, for Oddleaf, it's really the connection between this happening and them knowing how to handle it and immediately going, oh, I already know what you're talking about, will come straight away. And that doesn't jive with me, with something that should never happen. So despite the insight check that you said, like, they weren't lying, or that guy wasn't lying when he said that it doesn't happen. I mean, that's one thing he might not know about it and might indeed not be lying. But just to give some insight into what I'm thinking is that those 2 things together, is why I am so hung up on this and not at ease at all.
We'll keep a closer eye on them. Sir Gunther always says to me, never trust a priest. So,
well, I do trust,
especially not a Templar.
I do trust that we're not necessarily in a lot of danger right now, and I do also trust that the Knight Templar did everything in her power to contain this, which is a good thing. So yeah, and that she's not a bad person per se. So let's just go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Thomas is going to hitch Sir Gunther's horse to a nearby tree, and he says to the company, should I take care of your horses as well?
Oh, if you please.
Okay, that's fine. He
Thank
takes
you.
care of their horses. He's when he leads the horse, he stands on the opposite side where the horse covers his actions or the line of sight, and he quickly wants to reach into the saddlebags and see if he can find anything suspicious.
Okay.
Nothing. He doesn't want to steal anything, but
Yeah, just a peek. Yeah, sure. It sounds like a sleight of hand check.
okay. Don't film me now. Boom! That's a 22.
22. Wow, nice. Which horse is this?
Celia was her name.
Yeah, Celia. Sure.
Celia's horse. Yeah, he's looking through Celia's horse. If he tends to find anything, it might be in her saddlebags.
Yeah, it feels a lot like books in them.
Okay.
And maybe a potion or two, like flasks.
Flasks and books, but no other weapons or.
No. She carries a shield, which she carries on her back, and she has this nice-looking warhammer, which is held by the dwarf at the moment.
Okay.
It's not it's warhammer, but more with a short handle, so more like a Mjolnir from Thor, instead of this long staff-like hammer.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't steal anything. He just wanted to see if there was anything suspicious in the saddlebags. So.
No, that's as far as you can find. Well, the books might be suspicious, but you won't know until you read them, right?
I don't think Thomas can read.
I'm not sure either, but...
He might be illiterate. Yeah, Thomas is illiterate, so he can't read books.
It was just a side.
I don't think a knight would abide by that, though, but...
Yeah, he's trying to learn.
Okay, so, yeah.
He knows A, B, and D. The C is a little bit different. Okay. But, yeah, he hitches the horses, and he's a bit more assured by that, but he still keeps a close eye on the present company.
Okay. Well, as far as company goes, it's all pretty amicable. As Celia regains some of her strength, she's actually turning brighter and in for some small talk actually, and she does ask how the battle went, and but she seems kind of grateful for the way you dealt with it. She does warn you that fire, even though it will cleanse the surface, is not enough, because the corruption can seep into the ground and anchor there. But yeah, all in all, you sit a while around the campfire, and we'll take a short break.
Yeah, let's do that first, and then I want to do something on the campfire.
Okay, well, hold that thought. We'll be back in 5 minutes or so. So
See you guys in
enjoy the
5.
music,
See you guys in
and
5.
see you soon.
When the waves pull you down and you can no longer see, broken hearts lead a trail to a land of shattered dreams, or so it seems. Deep down, I know you're still the same. What if I've been there for all these years I've been away? The only one, my oldest friend. Shall we ever understand? No one can tell. Now it's time to say farewell.
And welcome back. So, during the break, we got some nice fan art sent in by Sir Skankalot, which I thought was pretty funny. So, thanks for that.
Was that the only one? I can check my messages while we're streaming. So was that the only one?
No, there was another one. I'll try to insert it later. But thanks. Really enjoy. This is our first fan art. So yeah.
That's great. Sir Skankalot, can I post it on Instagram?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to the matter at hand. You're sitting all around the campfire. The night's closing in.
And as soon as
Are the lights closing in?
Falling.
You were cooking, right, Bowen?
Yeah. I did a pretty great meal. Well, it's a 14 as a result, so yeah, it's good.
As you start serving us, I say, Brother Glorin, I have a question to ask you, because I have the feeling that you feel some enmity towards me, or that you have some distrust, but I would like to have a meal on a friendly foot, if that's okay. So could you please tell me why you're always looking at me mad and angrily? What did I do to you?
Well, in all honesty, it's the way you spoke to me when we first encountered each other.
You mean when you were questioning me and not taking my word for my word?
Exactly. That's the way you see it, I understand. But from my perspective, you have to understand that it was somewhat necessary to determine, to get to the truth of the matter. You see, people within our church have taken an oath not to lie, but we can't rely on other people to live by that same oath. And you're a stranger from a strange land, and there was no way for me to determine whether you were speaking the truth. So I felt it necessary to use that spell.
Yeah, and I get that. But as soon as you heard that I was speaking the truth, well, in my perspective, you could have been a little bit more friendly, because one of your clergymen just tried to kill me. You found that out, and still you were being rough on me and not friendly.
Yeah, but again, you were the stranger. Brother David was a trusted member of our church who has been with us for years. And you were here one day, and he suddenly felt the need to assault you. We were inclined to trust our brother in the first place, and we accept and realize that we were wrong in doing so, especially after things that happened here. But at the time, it seemed necessary, and I have no regrets.
Okay, well,
And
I
still,
might have...
that doesn't excuse the rude way you spoke to me, which is not befit a member of my station.
Well, then I can apologize for that.
Then your apologies are accepted, and we can move on.
Good.
But thank you for your honesty. Now.
Yeah, and enjoy your meal. It's great. Bowen made it.
It actually is. Thank you, brother.
So, Bowen looks at Celia, and he says, "So, dear Templar, are you going to arrest us now? Will we be taken back to Cabri?"
She looks a bit taken aback by the question, and she says,
Inside check.
why would we do that?
Well, maybe we are still suspects or something. I don't know.
Well, you're
Maybe
traveling with a Knight of the Crown, so if
that
you
makes
are
us
to be
suspect.
if you are to be arrested,
the other
then
way
it
around.
should be his job to do so, not mine.
Oh, well, I must
But
say,
if you
he is
feel
a
the
knight,
need
but he...
to tell us more, then please do so, brother.
No, it's just that I thought that this might put us on a one-way ticket home or something. I don't know, but we don't want that. Of course, we want to go to Brentwick for Brester, so we want to continue our journey. But well, with all that has happened lately, I was I would have understood that all these new things happening would have, well, you would have been inclined to take us back to Cabri or for some reason. I don't know, but if you don't, that's just great.
When you mentioned Brentwick, the dwarf responds a bit under his breath, Brentwick, who wants to go to that shithole? But Celia responds to you, he's more talking to the air, and Celia responds to you and says, no, it's really not necessary. I understand that what happened to you was horrifying enough, and we don't want to add to that, and we have some inclination of what happened here, and it seems to me that you're in the clear, at least by my judgment, which should suffice for now.
Well, thank you very much. Of course, we are in the clear because we are some honest people, which is funny to say because I think the least honest among us is our knight. But well, not that dishonest. It's just
I thank you for your kind words,
yes,
Lady Bryn, if I may say that. Or would you prefer Knight Captain? Captain Bryn?
Knight Captain is fine. Sister is also fine.
It's just his morality is a bit off, but
Thank
he's
you
honest
for your
about
kind
everything
words.
else.
I'm very glad that you
He's not a man of Aedon. That's all I'm trying to say.
that you stepped up like you did, and it was really impressive what you did. And you said you sell yourself short by saying it's just Aedon. I mean, obviously you have a big part in it as well, which is obvious to me.
Well,
Why are you interrupting what I'm saying?
It falls within my duty. It's
Yes, which is-
as one of the more devout vessels of Aedon, I'm able to handle such power. So I feel blessed by that, but it's a burden as well.
Yes, which I can imagine, and a responsibility. So how many of these wounds have you closed like this?
This
I'm out of this conversation. Bowen turns his back and starts doing something else.
this was the first time I did it, but I know that along the incursions around Solford, this has been done before.
And this was how many years ago?
What?
Solford and the wounds that.
No, it's Solford happened a long time ago, but yeah, we still keep there are still perimeters around the wound where we keep stuff from coming out, but we can't get too close in fear of corrupting ourselves. But sometimes creatures come through and they have to get rid of their remains in a manner like this for fear of spreading the wound.
Yes.
It seems to be rather contained at the moment. But
would you have any idea how this came to be? How could it have happened so far away from any existing wound? As far as I know,
we have no idea. It's strange because Brother David, as I'm told by Father Glorin here, has been with the church for many a year and hasn't left Cabri for a long time. So it's strange. He hasn't come into contact with wounds or anything.
Very strange indeed. It worries me.
It should.
Well,
but we're hoping it was a one-time incident. But the church is under close investigation right now, because if there's more of this stuff happening there.
If there's anything I can do for me or my family can do for you, you can call on House Ravenwing.
House Ravenwing, yeah. I've heard of you.
Only good things, I hope.
He's a famous playwright.
Yeah, he's quite famous, it seems.
He?
This is quite famous, it seems.
No, not in that matter, but I know that your family spent some time at court. And
that's true.
Isn't your father the Count of the island?
My mother is the Countess.
Countess, okay, yeah. I'm not really up to date with all the goings on about nobility. But yeah, I've heard of your family. But okay. Yeah, I mean,
have you ever read her books?
No, I haven't. Can't say that I have. I don't. I know she has written books, but I only found it out yesterday.
Well, I can tell you about her books.
I'm not sure if you would like them.
No, I'm more into reading religious texts at the moment. There's a lot of scripture that's still worth studying, even for one such as me.
Oh, yes. What have you been studying lately?
Well, lately I've been studying the corruption and things the church has discovered about the wounds and or the way we're treating them. It's how I learned the technique you saw here today.
Any other wisdoms you have learned while reading this that you would be willing to impart to us?
Like what?
And anything that we should know about these wounds if we ever come across something like this again? And there's not a Knight Templar.
Don't go into a wound. That's all I can say about those things. But if you encounter something like you did right now with Brother David, like his untimely demise seemed to hasten things along in terms of his corruption. So try to detain instead of eradicate. And
well, yes, of course. It was an unfortunate accident, what happened to Brother David. It was not...
Well, I understand that you had to defend yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to these things, it's better to let those who are in the know handle things. So seek out your church, seek out the Templar, if you need any aid in fighting the corruption.
So by now Bowen is rummaging through his chest and he takes out this book and he holds it up to her. And did you read this one?
No, can't say that I have.
Oh, it's the wrong one. Excuse me. And he puts back his sum of herbs. Then he takes another one. It's Word and Scripture. You know?
Oh, that one. That's not written by Oldleaf.
No. It's a religious text. I thought maybe we could change books. If you have one that I haven't read yet.
I probably do, but I'm not at liberty to trade them. They belong to the church and the Templar.
Oh, this one belongs in a way to the church as well. It's my property,
Okay,
but
mine
I'm
are
glad to add it to another library.
Yeah, but mine are more suited for eyes of the more devout, so to say.
Ah, you've got some closed section books on you.
Yes.
I didn't take any of them because that would be stealing.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, you maybe talk some scripture with Celia, and Brother Glorin seems more than happy to discuss religion with Bowen. The dwarf actually doesn't strike you that much as a very religious person, and he seems far more amicable than the other two, and just joins in the conversation. And at some point he asks you, guys are going to Brentwick?
I was going to ask you about that. Actually, I heard your response the first time we mentioned Brentwick. You don't have any good experiences with this
No,
city?
it's a shithole.
But please tell us why.
Well, you'll see it when you get there. I mean, the city has been in decline for years now. I mean, it used to be this once great trading port, but yeah, there's not much left.
So Gunther says, is it that bad? I went there, I think 3 years ago, and it was okay by me.
Yeah, okay, maybe your standards are different than mine, but I stayed at this awful inn, and it was just, it was dirty. They have this shanty town to the side called Blackrow, and it was just so much lowlifes there. All these thugs and prostitutes, just wouldn't have any out of it. I really had to clean my boots once I got out of that shithole.
Yeah, if you avoid dangerous areas, it's still an enjoyable city.
Sure, but we weren't staying in Manor Hill or anything.
Prostitutes?
Yeah, no. women
India.
that sell their bodies, or men that sell their bodies.
Oh,
For money.
Yeah, money or favors.
Sometimes a human seems so strange.
I'm not a human. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean the Brentwicks are humans, right?
Not all of them.
So where are you originally from then, Sir Gormar? Gormar?
Cormar. I'm from
Yeah.
Heartfront.
Do
But I
I know
left
where
that
that is?
a while ago. Yeah, Heartfront is actually the capital of the Dwarven Triumvirate.
Okay.
But I left that life behind. It's
To become a devout
follower of Aedon.
worshipper.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, my people don't really follow the ways of Aedon. They cling to the old ways. And yeah, it was just as someone who found the light of Aedon, it was not for me anymore to stay there among the
So
non-believers.
how did you find the light of Aedon? How did that happen?
In a dream, actually. And it was this eye that shone its light upon me, and it showed me the world outside and told me that I should be doing something else with my life, that my blade was needed elsewhere, that I could no longer remain within my clan. So I left it behind the day after.
And is this literally in words or more in images? As in-
Images, yeah. Aedon never spoke to me personally. Of course not. I mean, why would a god bother to speak to me? He just sent me his dream of a better world. One
Well, to
which
be
I
fair,
now fight to
sometimes
realize.
you sell yourself. So speech impediment. You sell yourself short now.
Is that a remark on my height?
No, it was a remark on the fact that you think that you are not worthy of Aedon's words.
Well, of
Because
course not.
images-
Neither are you.
Images are often much more informative than words can be. So maybe him showing you images instead of talking to you in words is actually a good thing, a good sign.
Well, it led me to Celia. So, yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Still, Brentwick is a shithole. Don't go there.
I will keep that in mind. I have to go there, but I don't intend to stay long.
All right.
And for you, are you staying in Cabri long, or are you passing through?
Depends on Celia. We're not stationed at Capri. We're not stationed anywhere at the moment, but I think we'll remain there for a while and get to the bottom of this incident. Who knows? Might revolve around you, and we'll come look you up in Brentwick. I hope not.
I'll be at Alkin the Furrow. He's an old friend, I think. Might not be. He might even be dead, but I don't know that.
Is that a priest?
And as I
Is he a member of clergy?
No, he's a wizard.
Ah! Bah.
What?
I don't like wizard. Their magic and stuff. Bah.
Oh.
He's disgusting.
Well, I think that's a misconception about how their magic works, because I can do it as well. And it's quite... You can blend the divine with the arcane in quite beautiful manners and aid those who are in need very well.
Well, way I see it, it's simple. When you're doing magic, like arcane, you're actually channeling Aedon's power without asking for permission.
Well,
That's my
surely,
perspective.
surely if Aedon doesn't
You
want
see
us
Celia
to use
roll
this
her eyes
magic,
at this point, by the way.
if Aedon doesn't want us to use this magic, then surely there wouldn't been that many books written about it and actual schools in teaching people how to use arcane magic.
Yeah.
I call.
Well, maybe we can put a
Kiss.
stop to that. I don't know.
I call Kiss to my finger. Who has been staying with Solving this whole time because I forgot to summon him back. But
It leaves my shoulder. I say ooh to him.
okay, I use your coat, so otherwise they would have seen him before. I call him to my finger and I just say, "This is a real creature from somewhere else that magic conjured and has bestowed healing on my comrades through my divine magic. So you can always aid each, see how magic can enhance other types of magic and
Yeah, he's
make
a bit
something
back,
beautiful."
and he says, "Yeah, I don't like birds either. No offense towards slowing."
None taken.
Okay.
I laugh a bit. Is there anything you do like, sir?
Sure, good meal.
Okay, here we go again.
And this
I start
discussion
cooking again.
I'm having, I like you guys, including you, Solwing.
Yeah, I like you too. I'm sorry about the human remark earlier. I just meant.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the bird remark. It's fine.
I really like this dwarf. Can we keep him?
Anyway, the whole evening progresses, and at some point, Celia seems to have gathered enough strength, and she suddenly stands up and says, "Yeah, we have to take our leave. We're going back to Capri, and we should get there before, too deep in the night. So, this is farewell. I wish you all the best on your journeys, and may Aedon's eye watch over you."
I make a
sentiment which
out.
is echoed by the other two.
Yeah.
The crown
May Aedon protect you, and good journey, safe journey back to Cabri.
Thank you, and you to Brester.
May the crown guide you on your way.
And may the light shine upon you, and thank you for your deeds today.
And may Aedon bless you all.
Thank you, and farewell. And they get on their horses and ride into the night and leave you behind.
Okay.
So, everyone, we've had 4 attacks, so a 5th one is quite impossible. But still, I'm getting a bit suspicious about our journey, so maybe we should put on up a guard this time.
Well, actually, I am pretty tired.
I'm super tired too.
But also, we just sat for a couple of hours after a very intense afternoon. But I'm wondering whether it might be smart to just walk on 4 hours now and reach an inn in Brester and have a good night of sleep.
No, I have to sleep.
I would normally agree, but after the flight back to Capri and back, I'm really tired, and I haven't slept well for a few days now, so I would rather spend the night here.
And it's been 4
nice
hours since my bedtime, so.
Thomas says a good night's sleep would do us all. Would do us all well.
Yeah, and I'm happy to take a watch, but I would like to get one of the first sleeps in. That
I will take first watch, Thomas says.
Good.
Okay.
You can wake me up when you're done, and then I'll finish the second. And
I'll keep Kiss on guard.
If you need an extra watch, I will offer. Otherwise,
yeah, I would really love some actual hours of sleep.
Okay. So you set up a guard rotation, and you go to sleep.
Yeah, so
Right.
Thomas wants to do something during his watch.
Okay, sure.
As soon as everybody nods off, he nudges Bowen and tries to wake him up.
What?
He says, Sir Gunther is a very honorable man. He might not do everything you would like, but he won't do anything that you would approve of. But he's an honorable man. Do not ever talk down on him again in presence of other company. If you don't agree with anything, just say it to us. But if you do this again, I'll make you regret it. And he walks away.
So Bowen feels like he's dreaming a bit, but it hits home anyway.
He doesn't give you a second thought, a second glance. He just walks away and he starts doing his perimeters. He blends away into the night. I can make a perception. I can make a stealth check if you want to. But he doesn't wait for a response. He just wants to let it sink in.
Say his piece and move on.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Bowen.
He had it coming.
Bowen says, I don't know.
Hey, you can be at a loss for words.
He falls silent. I think it takes him out of his sleep for about an hour. He's mulling it over in his head. Finally, the sleep takes him again. But it's restless now.
So, this time I'll leave it up to you whether you sleep well or not, like Bowen just did. But at some point in the morning, you all wake up. No ambushes, no wolves in the night,
Nope.
no flesh beasts.
No fifth encounter in 5 days.
Don't know what to
This is
say.
the best.
Sometimes nothing happens.
Wow.
Like all
I
those
didn't know
stories.
I didn't know this was possible.
Yeah.
Maybe we died in our sleep.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
This must be a dream.
Mhm.
We're still sleeping. I pinch myself.
Intelligence check,
Well.
disbelief. No.
Yeah, okay. I love disbelief checks.
Thomas
I'm
reacting like there's not a worry in the world. So he even says good morning to Bowen and he walks past him.
Well, Bowen is just giving him glances from under his brows and not making real eye contact with him.
Mhm.
And he's more quiet than normal this morning.
Is the sun out?
Yes.
Then I start the morning with a beautiful song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cow!
No, a beautiful song. There's no need to get
Bird dog.
insulting now. You
I
want to
might
sing it
even,
or just move on?
No, let's keep that for a later point.
Okay, yeah, fine. That's fine.
I might even. So I think he has done this before, right? This
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
the second or third time I see you do it. So now for the third time, I'm taking out a small harp and actually try to give you a accompanying melody as far as that's possible.
That is really appreciated. So normally then I alone in my singing, but as soon as you take out the harp, and I do think you're
It's like a really small thing. It's not like a big harp. It's
No,
like
but-
a small thing. It's only like 2 octaves or something. It's
but you seem to be finding my melodies, and then I start coming closer so that we're
There's a-
performing together.
yeah, man. Oh wait, we're not. I have to go this one. Oh damn it! It's
So
so
hard.
confusing.
Yeah. It's not the
Cameras
same
are
as on
mirrored.
Discord.
We're seeing other stuff than the audience. Yeah.
Anyway, Yeah, you have a good breakfast, I hope. You want to roll for that?
Oh,
Well, yes, it's 23 for breakfast. So
Wow, that's
it's
a
an
good
excellent
breakfast.
It's really good breakfast.
Wow, that's a
Best
really good breakfast.
Even Sir Gunther says, "Well, this is the best breakfast I've had in years."
Well,
Does
I
Bowen
don't-
believe you?
I take a glance at Thomas while he says that, and I say, "Sure."
You know what? Fun little thing. Each of you can have a D4, which you can add to any D20 roll during this day.
Whoa!
Due to the quality of the
okay,
breakfast.
Due to the breakfast.
Ooh, wow,
That's cool. That's cool.
that's really cool. Inspiration.
No, not inspiration, because that's something else. It's a D4 you
Yeah,
can
okay,
add to...
It's a blessed meal.
yeah, exactly. So,
Cool.
back to the
Yeah,
road.
let's get to Brester as soon as possible and get a good night's sleep. I know that we just slept, but like we need a good rest and some peace and quiet.
When we start going, I pace myself next to Thomas. I ask him, Thomas, you seem to be very vigilant all the time, and I'm guessing that you're also protecting your master, but also protecting us all the time. And if there's anything that I can do to aid you, because obviously I can fly, so I can scout greater areas, please feel free to ask me. And if I can do
think
anything to help,
I
I
think
would.
you're doing all that you can right now. And, I always am on guard, but that's in my nature. But yeah, just keep a lookout for anything suspicious. We've seemed to be the target of various encounters right now, and yeah, it's beginning to look like a pattern. Yes, keep your eyes
Number-
open.
If you ever have any ideas of how I can be of aid to make our group safer, then please do tell me, because I'm normally not so watchful, and I seem to be able to learn something from you in this sense, and things tend to be dangerous around these parts. So if you ever feel an idea coming up, then please inform me.
I will call upon your aid. I've seen enough people been stabbed in the back in my days, so you
Okay.
must always be vigilant. And he says this a bit louder for some reason.
Yeah.
In any case, you make some good time along the road, and it's around midday when you finally reach Brester. You can see Brester lying way earlier than that. It's a large city. It's at least 5-6 times the size of Capri, and from a distance you can even see the river traveling. Going south, but you can see it go up in the north. That's the Tharin River, which is maybe the largest trade route of the kingdom. Helderon, the capital, actually lies where the river Tharin splits in two, where one part goes towards the Dwarven Triumvirate, and the other one just slides off the other way. The city itself is quite large and walled off, at least on this side, and it's kind of impressive to see. And when you get closer, you see there's inside the wall there's this really large tower sticking out along the wall, where the western wall, and Other than that, you can see a bit a raised part further towards the river with a keep on top of it. An extra wall around it, but you can see the towers coming from the keep. It's pretty impressive, especially for those that come from humble beginnings. I mean, Oddbeef's been to Alderaan, and that's way more impressive than this. And I imagine Gunther at least has seen some more impressive stuff than this as well. But for some of the others, this might be the most impressive city you've ever seen.
So, who rules Prester?
Brester is ruled by a count as well, because it lies still in the Duchy of Alderaan. So it's actually ruled by a duke, but the city is kept by a countess called Marion Reed. E.I. And the city is known for its river and the Therin River that runs along it, and it has a huge bridge that crosses the river, and that means that this city is the connection between two sides of land. I mean, Capri was the place where the two cultures meet, but this is actually where you cross into a kind of a different land. After the river, on the other side of the river is this huge forest with multiple towns and other cities. The city itself lies in a wet and reasonably flat area. Like I said, there's this raised hill where the keep is built, but other than that, it's all kind of flat around here and wet. It's there are some farms that out on the outskirts of the city, but their main export product is actually the fish trade, which they get from the sweetwater fish from the river. It houses approximately 26,000 people, from the very rich to the very poor. Most of its houses are made of stone, but in some of the poorer parts of the city you might see some of them made from woods, or even from wood, or even old ships. It also has a very large harbor, which is used to travel upstream towards Alderaan, but also towards the south and all the cities around the coastline. It's a way station for them if they want to travel with trade with capital and stuff. So I have for you a map, which I'm gonna post on the Discord, so you can see what city looks like.
Awesome.
And maybe maps.
Exciting.
Comes. Blam.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for people on stream, join the Discord if you want to view it, but I'll put a smaller one on the screen right now. It's this one. Oh, wait. I need to press this button as well. So
Yes.
you come along that eastern road there, and as you approach the city, you see that building north of the road. There's these huge banners drawn across it with a black background and a blue shield on them, which isn't the heraldry from the city itself, because you see those flags and banners as well. The city is actually inverted, like a blue background with a black bridge drawn on it. But Sir Gunther might know and be able to tell you what the blue shield means. And he's muted, so
Mike,
we can't
your
hear
mic.
him.
You're still
Muted.
muted.
Still muted.
Professional streamer right here.
Unmute. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know all the nightly orders on top of my head. I'm looking it up as we speak.
I know this because we've talked about them in Capri. They're the Cobalt. Wait, the Cobalt.
What's the picture on the flag?
Yeah, the
A
Cobalt
bridge?
Shield, right?
Shield. Yeah, Cobalt Shield. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cobalt Shield.
Yeah, the Cobalt Shield.
Yeah.
With the shield on the...
Oh, do they have a shield on their weapon?
This way.
Yeah, they have a shield on the shield. So they can protect when they're protecting.
Yeah.
So just for everyone, Bowen isn't taking in anything. He's just blank and just walking on with a bit of a faraway look at the same time.
The 1,000-yard stare.
1,000-yard stare, yeah. He doesn't even seem to see the city.
Well, as you pass that building, there's some nightly figures outside who nod at Gunther as he passes by and seem to greet him. But from a distance, they don't approach you or anything. And then you enter the city proper. You pass the guards, and as soon as you enter, on your right hand, you see this huge park. Like this green and verdant, neatly kept park. There's these fields of grass with nice trees and bushes and some small roads passing through them. You see people dressed nicely, having a picnic and stuff like that. It's about lunchtime, so that checks out. And you continue down the road.
Yeah.
We continue down the road.
Do I know any reasonable inns here? Like I assume that I've been here at some point in my life.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
it's hard not to go through here if you want to get anywhere in the kingdom. You have stayed at a somewhat expensive inn called
Obviously.
Sapphire, which is to the north of you in the Park District, QUE. But if you were looking for more common people stuff, there's a nice one near the bridge called Bridgeview. And even in the poorer parts, there's the South Wind, which is made from an old ship, from the hull of an old ship. And there's plenty more inns, but these three spring to mind.
All right, I tell this to the rest of the group, and so do we want to head there immediately, and then everyone can just do what they want, take a look at the city, or go to the park, or whatever?
Bowen seems to have missed you stopping and addressing us, so he just keeps on walking.
Bowen!
Gunther calls
okay.
Bowen. He says, Bowen, what's up, man? Come, join us.
Yeah, of course.
Are you okay?
You were saying? Yes, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
It's almost lunchtime and you're not even talking about cooking. You're not okay.
No, I'm not okay.
Tell us what's wrong.
Thomas says, Bowen, tell us what's wrong.
It takes a glance at Thomas and says, you confronted me in my sleep, Thomas, and I'm quite a bit shaken by the experience, especially because I don't know what I did wrong to call forth your ire.
My ire? I think
Yes.
you were asleep, Bowen. You must have had a bad dream.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a bad dream.
Check.
You you woke me up and I You were very, very mad at me, and I'm feeling quite a lot of stress right now.
I think we're all feeling a lot of stress right now. Let's go find an
No,
inn.
Altlief, no. Now he's saying that this didn't happen. I've been walking with this for half a day. I almost had nightmares during my sleep, and now he's and Solwing accurately determined that I was distressed. I'm telling you what the source was, and Thomas blatantly denies the thing that made me so. I don't.
Well, I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there, but it's what I'm saying.
But you say
And Thomas did this,
I'm going to
and now
try-
he says that it didn't happen. That it was only a dream or something. It wasn't a dream.
Owen. I'm going to go with you on your word here because I know you try to be honest all the time and go with your story. So you say Thomas woke you up and confronted you, but what do you mean by confrontation?
He said that if I would ever talk as blatantly about Sir Gunther Gottlieb when others were near about his moral inclinations, he would make me, I don't know the words he used exactly, but make me feel the consequences. He wasn't that polite about it.
Thomas says it sounds very vague to me. Sir Gunther turns to Thomas. He says, Thomas, is anything of this true? And Thomas says, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't have a clue.
Can I make an insight check? I don't know if we do this anymore, but I'm feeling so stressed right now. Or Bowen is, of course, but well, Jasper is as well.
Really? Yeah, well, sure. Make an insight check if you feel the need, if that will calm me down.
Can I make a deception as well?
What?
20.
You can oppose it if you will, with a deception.
I rolled a 16 for my insight check.
Deception, that's a 14.
Oh, 22.
Yeah, Thomas.
18 plus 4.
It's deceiving some of you.
So you are being insightful. I turn to Thomas and I say, so Bowen is saying that he's really off because of your confrontation with him, because yesterday in the evening dinner he called Sir Gunther a dishonest man.
Not only during dinner, he's been calling Gunther and making slight remarks at every occasion that he had anytime Gunther's name dropped.
Yeah.
Bowen, it is true that you have been calling out Gunther every opportunity that you had.
I have
which is
not.
Which is not a very.
I did not. I just said what I deem to be the truth about the situation, and I will not.
Bowen, I can only tell you to go to YouTube and enter Voidcast Live and rewatch the previous episodes.
Stay in the game, man.
Yeah, don't do this.
I'm not
don't do
at
this.
the YouTube.
Thomas says, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe your guilt is weighing on you. That's what's causing these bad dreams.
Of course, my guilt is weighing on me. I have no guilt.
Maybe you should tone down on the accusations and, talking down on people.
Well, I will never believe you again. That's for certain. And now I don't know why Gottlieb keeps you around.
But I didn't want you to go there, Bowen, because I've also heard you make some remarks about Sir Gunther that I don't think he deserves. And I don't know what happened, but
we can talk about that. I have said that the handkerchief is shrinking, but until it shrinks to a certain proportions, I feel that I had quite a good motivation about what I was.
Okay, before you make one more other sentence, do you or Oddleaf have that book with you right now?
No.
I think I burned all my copies at one point.
You did.
Okay, because I
No,
need
no, that's not. That's
to read that book because you're always referencing it, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
he's using it. He's using the reference wrong. It's not what I intended. I mean, it's. To be fair, I left it open to the reader to give an own interpretation to that story, but.
I want to read the book.
No one has ever threatened me like that. That's what I'm saying, and I don't like this dishonesty. Okay, maybe there was some sense in what Gunther said about Aldreef not killing a man or whatever in front of the guards. Maybe there's some merit to that, but you can teach me why that is. But you can't threaten me in my sleep. That's a whole different layer of. Well, I don't know what it is. It pains me greatly. I don't know what I did wrong.
I can imagine. Well, for starters, you have, whether you meant it or not. Sorry, and if I step in here, but I feel that this conversation is otherwise going to explode. If you meant it or not, you have insulted Gunther and therefore Thomas at a few occasions in the past.
I have not insulted. I just called out a lie. That's a whole different thing.
We have talked about this before, that there are white lies, even though you, in that discussion, I don't think you wanted to admit it or didn't feel that there was something as a white lie. But it doesn't take away that you have insulted Gunther and therefore Thomas at a few occasions. Now, whether it was a good idea of Thomas to threaten you, if there was a right thing to do, I agree with you that was probably not the way to go about this. But I can imagine that Thomas has been keeping this insult to his chest, and with everything that happened last night, and all the stress that we are under because of the past events, have caused this to erupt in a fashion that might not be becoming of a squire or a knight of the realm, but is on an emotional level quite understandable. Now, we can further discuss this in the middle of the road, but I would much rather go to an inn and relax, have a good night's sleep, another good meal, just sit around and read something, gather my thoughts, and then we can talk it over in the morning. Does that seem like a good idea?
You're making me feel this small right now. Really
Sir
this
Gunther,
small.
Sir
And-
Gunther breaks into the conversation. He says, enough of this. I appreciate you all standing up for me, but I am an adult and I've been doing this stuff a long time. Bowen, your transgressions to me were noted. But you're young, you are ignorant about the rest of the world. And yeah, I'll just take them with a grain of salt. I don't hold grudges against you. But you do insult me a lot of times, and yeah, maybe you want to tone down on that. Thomas. Thomas looks to his master, and he tries to put on his most innocent face. I don't know if or what you have said to Bowen, but this stops and this ends right now. Thomas just nods, and then he looks to Bowen, and he gives Bowen his most blank. He gives Bowen just a hint of, this is not over. This is not yet over.
I can't read that face, so.
No. Well, he tried to.
I think that's
tries to express. Yeah, he tries to express this with his eyes, but then he turns his face away, and yeah. Gunther says, "Shall we go to the inn and leave this all behind us? Because this squabbling gets us nowhere."
I agree with Sir Gunther.
Yeah, let's go to the inn, but I wouldn't call this a squabble. I like to travel with people who are at peace of mind and not stressed out or having thoughts for their own, which could harm other travel companions.
Then let me buy the first round. Bowen, first round on me. What do you say, man?
I understand the tradition, so I will. Yes, I like that very much.
Okay, then leave this all behind us and let's go. We need to move forward.
Question though, which inn are you talking about?
Yeah, so I think the one with the sorry, I wrote it down, but I didn't complete my I didn't complete the
What was
my
one
notes.
that spoke
but
to you?
the one with the ridge, the one with the bridge view. That
Bridge
was
view.
the one.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's that lies in Brester Port. So
Sounded
you need to cross
touristically
through the whole city. Yeah.
Sir Gunther wants to take the lead, but he soon follows the rest as soon as he knows that the rest is taking another direction. Yeah.
Well, this city is actually, as long as you don't delve too deep into the districts, it's pretty easy to follow. Because you follow the east way down to the central square, where you can see the Church of Aedon. A very grand and beautiful church, which has been fully redecorated from its old purpose as a temple to Corintha. And you narrowly walk past that church and and go.
I don't notice it.
No, okay. Then you go down the western street towards the western gate, and once you pass the western gate, you can see the bridge lying at the end of the road there, and it's. Yeah, the stories are true. It's huge. This massive structure built across the water, which is about 400 yards or meters long, with a large portion in the midsection of the bridge is actually a drawbridge, which can be raised from both sides, so ships can easily pass through. Yeah, it's raised pretty high as well from the road. There's a whole ramp leading up to the bridge, which buildings have been built to the side of that ramp, and the inn where you are traveling to actually lies on this road, very near. Where the incline from towards the bridge starts. It's very busy out here. There's a lot of bustling about, a lot of foot traffic. You see all kinds of people from all different races throughout the city. You even spotted a Sauron at some point, which is kind of rare. And a few dwarves, a couple of elves, some halflings, some gnomes. It's mostly human, but almost every race is represented in this city. And at some point you reach the inn. It's a very large inn actually, and you go inside, I guess.
Yeah.
We hitch the horse.
Yes.
Before I forget, sorry. I know we don't have a lot of time, but do you have
Just pray.
Do you have Kiss with you at the moment?
Yes.
He's outside. Okay. Then once you come here, he starts to become very anxious and starts hooting at you. Solving, you actually understand what he says, because he's urging Bowen something, and he says two words: help and friend.
I look. I know that what his intentions are, because he has protected me in quite a lot of underground circumstances. So I look around.
But you don't see anything. And it's the first time you actually felt something from him that he really wants, instead of tending to your needs, as you catch my drift.
Yeah. But I don't see anything around me happening that would... I look around desperately and a bit
Make a
confused.
perception check.
Well, that's 6.
Wow, that's bad.
4 plus 2.
Absent chat. That sucks. No, you don't see anything.
You said
I step inside the inn.
you said he was booing, eh? The Kiss. You said Kiss made owl sounds, right?
Yeah.
So I'm picking up distress as well, and I'm asking you, what's wrong with him?
I don't know. He's suddenly very distressed, and I don't know why. I don't know what he wants from me.
Does he need help?
I don't know. It's I just don't know. Solwing.
Can we hear this conversation between Solwing and Bowen?
I already walked into the inn. I want to.
Yeah.
I walked into the
Altleaf
inn.
just had it with all of this and goes inside.
I rent a room for the night.
One for yourself or for?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
If anyone's following me inside, I'll turn around and say that I'll be in my room.
Okay.
Did anyone else, or is everybody just standing in front of the door now?
Sir Gunther follows you inside inside the inn, and he orders a table. He asks if there's a table available, and will you get your room? Sir Gunther is ordering some drinks. He says, "Lady Outleaf, do you want something to drink, or are you?"
I'll be down in a moment. I just take a moment to gather myself.
Bowen, do you go inside as well?
No. No. I'm now confused as hell in front of the inn, looking at Solwing desperately, shaking a bit, tears nearly brimming in my eyes, and petting Kiss to calm him down, not knowing what is happening.
Thomas is also outside hitching the horse. Can he pick up on the conversation from Bowen and Solwing? Bowen and Solwing.
If you want to, you should be able to.
Can he make a perception check? See if he sees anything amiss, or?
Sure.
Yep. That's an 11.
11. No, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Just a lot of people moving about, but there's nothing that really springs out.
He dismisses it as the anxiety of Bowen, and he follows his master soon after.
I mimic some owl sounds, which normally communicate it's safe, you don't have to worry, to Kiss, and see how he reacts.
He reacts with more hooting, and he says, "Not me, friend." Friend, danger.
Bowen, I think he's comfortable with us, but there's something else going on here, and I think we should maybe help him, as he helped us.
Yes, of course. I want to help him, but how? I don't know. What's happening, Solwing?
I don't know, but I think someone is in trouble.
Who is in trouble?
A friend?
Yeah. Nice.
Go.
A friend.
Okay. I start walking around to the street.
What do you know about Kiss's friends?
I'm his only friend. I don't know if he knows any other. So He doesn't know. He just knows me.
Well,
I start looking around again, up and down the street,
this time
in the air,
I
raising my head.
participate in looking around and see if there's any bird-like creatures or places where bird-like creatures could be kept. And
Well,
I'm going.
Lots of places where they could be kept, but nothing that you don't have to roll again. It's a retry from the whole party, but no, you don't see anything. Whatever the owl is hooting about, it's not here.
Bowen really starts shaking now because he can't help Kiss, and he doesn't understand what's happening, and the fight from just a moment earlier keeps running through his head, and he's starting to fill up with anxiety. He nearly explodes from
So I put
the stress.
my hand on your shoulder and I say, "Relax, Bowen. Whatever is wrong with Kiss, we are going to help him. But since we cannot find the source, maybe we should first get a room here and get some a home base to work from."
Maybe there. Of course, I follow also if he walks in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I do that for now.
Okay. Then once inside, Kiss seems to calm down. Anyway,
Okay.
Oddleaf, you went to your room.
Yes. I go up to the room. Is it how large? What's the size of the room?
It's not that big. It's a single-person room. Maybe, 15 by 20 feet or something.
Yeah, bed and a chair or something.
Bed, chair, desk.
Yeah. I take the chair and I prop it up under the door.
You can just lock the door if you want.
I will lock the door and I will also prop it.
Okay. Okay.
Then I will take out a book from one of my bags that I have underneath my cloak. Open it up to a certain page and start drawing some patterns on the floor. I take my time to do this, about 10 minutes. I use some salt and damn it, what was it? Soot, yeah, salt and soot to draw it. And I sit in the middle, finish the last pattern, and cast comprehend languages. Then I reach into my cloak and I take out my leather dagger holster and take out the shard of glass that was in the chest of Gunther.
Nice.
And I hold it in my hands and start looking it over to see if I see anything.
Do you look through the glass?
Yes. At one point, I will try to look at my own, but at first, I take it slowly. So I really take the I look at the sides over first, without directly looking into it. Always keeping it in such a way that I don't see my own reflection at first.
Well,
so
as you're doing that and focusing on the glass, you hear a familiar sound rising up inside of your head, which mirrors your heartbeat. And it seems to go faster and faster.
Well, I look it over, and if I don't see anything, I will, at one point, flip it over. So I try to look at my reflection in the glass.
Well, it's not just, so much as your reflection, because it's not a mirror. But when you do, you actually do look at yourself as if you're looking at a mirror. Only you look through the glass, which is a clear glass, like transparent, no colors, colored glass. But if you look through it, you see yourself in this, purplish, bluish hue, and you hold it a bit in front of you, like a bit like taking a selfie, and you see your own arms, and I think it was your left arm. You can see this spiked chain curled around your arm, which is dug into your skin at some point, and then in a flash, the image switches, like you're looking out of the glass, everything around you is purplish and blue, and you see yourself at the other end holding the glass for a moment. You see your own arm with a spike chain around it, and then the image dissolves and the glass disappears.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Turn on your camera.
It was too much for Michel.
Ah shit! You messed it up.
What? What did I mess up?
Nothing.
He's back.
I was just going for some practical effects.
Yeah. So was I, but somehow it's not working. Okay, there we go. There.
Oh man.
Ooh, yet your own practical effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
with that, we'll end the session.
I didn't see the practical effects.
I did see the practical.
I'll look it up later.
Anyway, we'll continue next time.
What is happening?
What do you guys think? Not about what's happening, but what did you think of the session?
Man, intense. So intense.
This was a very lovely session.
Yeah.
Really liked it, man. Really liked the role playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party building.
Party destroying. Oh my god.
Team building exercise. This.
Oh.
How will this group ever stay together? I don't know. Find out next time. No, I don't know.
Yeah, wow.
But I liked it. It was fun. The roleplay was fun. No combat, so a bit. You would say a bit more calming session, but
No, it wasn't calm at all. Far more stressful.
Combat's easy, man.
We are
Roleplaying,
not
that's hard.
arguing in real life. This is just a game.
Well. No.
He will be crying himself to sleep tonight, but
That's true. Man, that was intense. I hope you liked it, chat.
yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah, I hope so
Oh
too.
man, already? What? Oh, but that was
Yeah, that's
Michel.
So
Till next time.
yeah, until next time.
Go look us up on. This is Michel's thing, but Michel's sound is off. I see, but
Oh, really?
We have socials.
go watch us.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have social. We have a
everywhere.
Discord. Everyone join our Discord. Talk with us. Tell us what you like, even what you don't like. That's fine too. We are looking
Please
to improve.
ask those talking void.
Yeah, ask Talking Void, because next up is this Roger guy. He's the dungeon master, so I'm guessing you have some questions for him. That he might not be able to answer them all with spoilers and all, but I'm sure he'll do his best. We also have
I'm
other
sure he
socials like Instagram and other stuff, and
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Next
we
time
mention the socials?
Yeah, I think so, but Michel's not here, so we can't be sure. Anyway, Michel won't be here either next time because his character is not there. So it will be a bit of a different session without him, but I'm sure we'll mention some socials. And at some point, you have to check our YouTube channel to find out what actually is happening to Oddleaf at the moment. We're not gonna stream that live, but we are gonna record that and share that with all of you guys, so you can see what crazy adventures Oddleaf is gonna experience.
Okay. Well,
And with that, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll hope to see you again soon.
Definitely.
So, thanks
Goodbye.
everyone, and see you soon.
Cacao.
Bye.